Move back! This is the freedom. I'm coming to my process immigration. What country are you from? I'm from Western Somalia.
What is that?
I'm just calling. I found your center online, and I was just wondering.
I don't have a center.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Okay, so normally I don't do this whole TikTok thing, but I'm getting pretty fucking pissed off. As most people have seen by now, the whole Somali daycare fraud scheme in Minnesota that Nick Shirley exposed, I looked up the top populations of Somalians in the United States, and I'm from Washington, and number 4 and 5 on that list was Kent, Washington, and Seattle, Washington. I'm unable to find a website that tells you exactly how much funding these daycares are giving you, but it is so blatantly obvious without even saying that. A website that I did find though is findchildcarewa.org, and it's the Washington State Department of Children, Youth, and Families. It gives an entire list of all the licensed daycares in the state. So let's look at some. So first up, we have this one. Not even going to try to pronounce it. This one actually has an address, which a lot of them on this website don't. No website to post. English, Somali. The website is also weird because it gives you an address, right? And then I go over here, and then I'm gonna go to Street Maps. 1 second. So I take this, go to the map, right? And this isn't even on the right address. This doesn't match up. So I thought that was odd. And also, even if this is the correct place, what the fuck is that? So I went to Google Maps and put the exact address in that they have listed. And this is the house that it goes to. Doesn't quite look like a daycare, but it's a pretty nice house. Also, what I found odd was that the address number is blurred out, while on the other houses on this street, it's not. So say I go one house over, right? Address. But from here, shoot, 1 sec. Now you can see the address. And also what pisses me off, so this is in Kent, Washington. If these are the homes that Somalis are living in, that blows my mind. I am 26 years old, and I could never afford a house like that. I have a stable job, and in Washington, it just doesn't seem possible. So I'm just my mind is blown. Why are there 2 different addresses? Why does that website lead me to a different one? And it makes no fucking sense.
A lot of these people actually came to America under the TPS, and now that the whole TPS is getting, cancelled, some of them are freaking out. The tears can be heard. The cries can be heard. But one of the things that you guys need to hear is the fact that most of them were so excited, about the idea of, making other people, enforcing their own culture and tradition in other people other than assimilating when they came into the US. And this is one of the reasons why it's as if most people are not even talking about what is happening to the Somalis and not protesting, especially Black folks. Anyway, guys, I have other clips. I'm just going to let them roll. Then we'll come back with more commentary. I'd love to hear your own take, okay, about this. Yes, their TPS is being cancelled. Some of them are getting deported. What is your take? Do you think they deserve to stay back in the US no matter what? Or you think that deportation that they are all experiencing is just normal and, they should all face it with, a good faith? Let's hear your own take in the comments, okay? And don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's go watch.
At first, I wasn't really, trying to get into this whole political conversation. But as the voting season is upon us, right, I've been paying attention more. And at first, I wasn't really, into the ICE thing. And now I realize, y'all are fucking crazy. Y'all are really fucking crazy, yo. Y'all really out here trying to make it seem like Americans are wrong for wanting people to come to their country and assimilate. The Islamic people that are trying to bring their Islamic culture here, or is it to bring the Sharia culture here, when it's if you want that, go back to your country. Y'all can't do half the shit y'all do here in your own country. You can't go to fucking UAE and tell them you wanted to be Christian. You can't go there. You can't go to Russia and tell them they have to speak English. Like, why are y'all, like, I really hate how ignorant you people sound. And you're mad at Americans because Americans want America to be about America. If you don't like America, go back to where you want to implement your fucking culture.
So this young lady in Minneapolis was evicted by the sheriff's department, and she has these ADA needs. And the problem is that the home health care agency, they were overbilling her, and they were reporting that they would be at her house for 10 hours, 1-to-1. And the truth was, is they were only there for 2 hours. Now, this young lady, she has ADA needs, and she basically gets housing and all that stuff. She gets taken care of. She needs this help. She's an American. The home health care company was a Somali company, a Somali-owned company. And so the sheriff's department that won't stop protesters, won't work with ICE, won't go after criminals, absolutely won't do anything, has no problem kicking a young lady onto the streets who has ADA needs. They were literally feeding her to the sharks. I watched the video at which she was evicted, and they came there looking for a Jane Doe because that is what the home healthcare registry named her as, Jane Doe. And she's like, I'm not that person. And so they kicked her out onto the streets, into the snow. And this young lady is now on her own and homeless. They won't do it to these people that come here illegally. They won't do it to the people who take advantage of us, rip our taxes off, and commit crimes here. But a young American with ADA needs, no problem, right into the streets. And the city's not even safe anyway. So what are they doing? They're feeding her to the sharks. I didn't think the sheriff's department did anything over there. I didn't think they arrested people. I didn't think they actually enforced laws, but they have no problem enforcing the laws when it comes to weak people. Mayor Jacob Fry, Tim Waltz, the sheriff deputy over there, you are all absolutely pathetic. And if you ever talk about masculinity again, or being men or whatever, this is what you represent. You put the vulnerable into the snow with all the other people out there. And now I have to sit here and wonder what's going to happen to this young lady. This is insane.
It gives me a great sense of pleasure knowing that your refugee status can be revoked. See, unlike you, I was born here. From the moment I opened my eyes, I was in the United States of America, and I will never pander to Adam people. Cash is a legal form of currency. Anyone can take cash. The lady who did my eyelashes, cash. Eyebrows, cash. The Mexican lady who cleaned the house, cash. I don't care when you came to this country. When ICE pulls you over, they're going to put you in their detention center and they're going to ship you back to wherever you came from. Just because people are gassing you up in the comments, saying you're not like the others. You'll be like the others when you're sitting in a detention center.
Imagine coming into a country that is Christian dominated, because I'm not actually a religious person, but I'm a Christian. Okay, I'm a Christian, but I'm not a religious person. I see everybody as one. We serve God. Okay, for the fact that we serve God, I'm okay. I don't have any issue with you. Okay, but one of the things I don't like is when you come into a place where we have dominance of a particular culture. People's culture and tradition has become something they have known for years, passed down through generations, and you try to revoke or remove that particular culture and enforce them to take yours. You that is an immigrant who is not even documented in the country. Now, you're not telling us that it's better, we face your own culture and assimilate with yours other than you assimilating with my own culture that you met in my country. That is very absurd. So I saw some of these clips and I'm like, okay, so you guys love Sharia law and yet you decided, right, to not go back to your country when they're telling you, oh, it's time for you to pack your load and go. You don't want to go back to your country where you can have fun, and also have fun enjoying your Sharia law. But you want to stay in a country that do not have Sharia law in it. Not only that, you want to force them to have one. Now, aside religion, I don't think religion is the only reason why a lot of people are keeping silent, especially Black folks, because I doubt if everybody is as religious as some of our great grandparents and all of that, even some of our parents who are very highly religious. But right now, the world has become so diverse that people don't even care if whatever religion you belong, for the fact you serve God, you have a good heart, and you trust the process, okay? Even though there are just some of them, some people who have become so deeply into religion that they use it as a cover up to hurt other people, which has become very, very bad. And that's why it's as if some people are turning their back on some people. But I don't have any issue with you, but do not use religion as a cover up for your wickedness. That is very bad. Well, I think that most of the reason why is as if people are not really talking is not about religion, it's about what is happening in Minnesota. That's why most of the TPS is being cancelled. Why you're having so many of these people see it as crime. Like, you cannot have a daycare and cannot even provide one child from your daycare to prove that, oh, I actually have children in this daycare. There is none. You cannot prove anyone. You cannot bring out a child and say, oh, this child has been here for a year or have been here for 3 years, and some of you have been taking money for a year one, year two, like according to some of the videos that we see online, right? And now that's why it's as if everybody like, okay, if you guys can do this, then you have to also face the consequences of your action. Even though some of them are really pissed that black folks are not even, protesting or speaking out or doing anything to help them. But majority of the people who are even coming out to help, you guys have seen how it has turned, especially with the case of Renee Gold, with Alex Preddy, and some other people. There's even a black man who his own passing has not even been as popular as Alex Preddy and Renee Gold and all of that. And this is one of the reasons why it's as if black folks are keeping silent and just watching everybody do their thing while they keep silent. And some of you are just pissed about it. Now, you cannot be, committing fraud or, a crime and expect every other person to come and support you when your consequences come knocking at the door. I guess these are all consequences which has piled up for years. These things have happened for years, as some people are saying allegedly. Okay, some of the videos that we've seen play out online, and some people are like, you know what? We can't even involve ourselves in this because we don't even know how it started, when it started, the reason why they did what, where the money were passing through. Some people say that money was going through airports and all of that, which we don't, that's why a lot of people are keeping silent and just watching from the corner and seeing how everything plays out. Because if it's someone that looks like myself, okay, I've done this, you guys already know what the story will be. But some of you already say that you're not black, okay, so now you're facing your consequences, and you guys are also very pissed off about black folks not responding. And some other people, not really black folks alone, there are still some people who have decided to watch you guys like this and say, okay, let's see how this whole thing plays out. Because when you lay your bed, you got to lie down on it. And that's what we're seeing play out in our faces in some of the things happening in Minnesota. I feel so bad that people are getting separated from their families and with everything that is really happening, because it's becoming very toxic for a lot of people, especially people who live in Minnesota without even knowing what is happening. Some of you, make videos and say, oh, we live in Minnesota. Oh, we have the best cars. You guys are just jealous because we have the best cars. We have the best houses. We live comfortably. But now it's as if the story have changed, and you guys are now looking for allyship and all of that. I feel so sad, like I said, that people are getting separated from their families, and some people are passing for what they know nothing about. That Alex Preddy guy he was an ICU nurse or thereabout. So I don't see the reason why he should even go in the first place, because he did nothing, right? So is the black man and or any other person who has gone through this whole thing. But yeah, anyway, let me wrap it here. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. I would love to read from you guys. Credit belongs to original creators of these videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and drop your own take in the comment. I'll see you all on my next. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.